In this class, we are going to look into this problem on inequality, and we're also going to look at how we can make what we call the truth table. So we have x minus 3, x minus 4, all less than 0. So these are factors of this inequality. Now, we are going to look for the value of x, and we'll get the value of x for each of the factors. We have x minus 3 is less than 0, x minus 4 is less than 0. So x is less than 3, x is less than 4. So we are going to use the value, we are going to use this value and this value to make our truth table. Now we are going to make the truth table this way. Always remember that making the truth table, we need the two factors. So we have right, and we have this. We have x minus 3 and we have x minus 4. And we have what we call the product. Now, how do we get the range of what we are supposed to have up here? We are going to take the smallest number or the smallest value. In this case, 3 is the smallest value. And now we are going to have that when x is less than that smallest value, which is 3, and in the next one we have when 3 is less than x and x is less than 4, and when x is greater than 4. So now, when x is less than 3, we are starting from 2 downwards. So if I put 2 here, 2 minus 3 will give me what? A negative number, because 3 is greater than 2. Now when 3 is less than x and x is less than 4, is when the number will have between 3.1, 3.2, but not up to 4. So we'll have what? A positive value, right? And when x is greater than 4, we'll slot in 4 here. For this one, we'll slot in 3.1, 3.2, we'll have a positive value. Then for this one, any number greater than 4, we'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 3, we'll have a positive value. Now in this case, when x is less than 3, 2 minus 4 will give us a negative value. When 3x is less than x and x is less than 4, any number less than 4 in this place, if we slot in that number for x and subtract 4, we'll have a negative value, because for me to have a positive value here, I must have a number that is up to 4 or greater than 4. But this one says 3x is less than x and x is less than 4. So if x is less than 4, it should be from 3.9 downwards, or 3 any number but not up to 4, right? So if we do that, we'll have a negative number. Now when we slot in any value greater than 4 for x. 5, 6, 7. 5 minus 4 is 1, so we have a positive number. Now we have the product. The product, as the case may be in what we have here, we are going to multiply the two signs, right? Negative into negative will give us what? A positive sign. Positive into negative gives us negative, and positive into positive gives us what? Gives us positive. But in this case, we are looking for a negative, the number that will give us the range that will give us a negative value that will satisfy this inequality, because everything we have here is less than 0. So our range should be less than what? Less than 0. So if we have that, the range of value that will satisfy this inequality is what we have here, which is this range, which will be 3 less than x and x less than 4. So this is the range of value that will satisfy this inequality. Remember what we said, we are going to obtain the value of each of them. This is x less than 3 and x less than 4, which is when this negative sign crosses this sign of inequality, which is the less than, the sign of this represents less than, right? So we'll have what we have here, and like that, right? So we are choosing the smallest number when x is less than that smallest number, and when x is between the smallest number and the highest number, and when x is greater than the highest number. So that is what we have here. Down to this place, then multiply the signs. When you fix in that number that is less than 3, subtract 3 from the number. Are you going to have a negative value or positive value? Then that number that is between 3 to 4, but not more than 4 and not less than 3, are you going, if you substitute in that number for x here, subtract 3 out of that number, are you going to have a positive value or negative value? Then when you substitute in number that is greater than 5, subtract 3 out of the number, are you going to have a positive value or negative value? So you add them, then multiply the signs. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, plus into plus is plus. So the range of value that will give us the value that will satisfy this inequality, as we have is less than 0, is the negative range of the negative product. But what we are looking for is numbers less than 0, right? And anything less than 0 is to the negative. So we'll have this as the number, as the range that will satisfy this inequality. Alright, that is that for the video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you next on our next class. Bye.